Guys, this is a re-upload of episode 9 due to a copyright issue, so if you watched it already, you'll watch it again, you know, and just be epic. But yeah, stay sweet. This week in Two Surfers in a Van. RNLI are on 3 back-to-back shouts that sadly ends in tragedy. Reverse behind the actual boat. An old friend flies in to say, "Was on?" Jilly's a little bit stoked when a very famous Hollywood celebrity decides to pop into Newquay on his jollies. We're Steve and Jill, two surfers in a van who live down in Newquay, Cornwall in our van full time, and we work down in the Newquay Harbour. You can join us for this season as we're working on the charter boats and around the charter boats and all the dramas that unfold. All you got to do, guys, is subscribe, of course, like our videos, turn on notifications and stay with us. Back in Newquay Harbour, there's no surf, the wind's picked up, and I'm just chilling, bruh. It's one of them days. Guys, morning, Newquay. Car park's already started going crazy down here. Tourists everywhere. Don't complain, of course, but it's just absolute pandemonium, bedlam. Surf conditions suck today. Tide's on a weird one, so we've got a low, which is all day, so I guarantee all day long we're going to get people coming down to the fishing booth. I want to go on a fishing trip right now. They're like, no water in the harbour. Why not? So many tourists don't understand why there's no water in the harbour. Where's it going? When's it coming back? You know, it's so funny. But yeah, so low today is 11:34 and high is 17:32, which kind of yeah, sucks a little bit because it's zero swell, but the wind's picked up, so I've got a load of wind chop, which means paddleboarding, because it's around about 30-40 mile an hour winds, is pretty much out really, because you're just going to get blown out to sea. You're going on a mission right now. And yesterday I went for an epic swim, but there's so many compass jellyfish, and I don't like them because they sting and they hurt. And I was like swimming along, and all of a sudden you've got viz of about 6 feet, and all of a sudden 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 compass jellyfish just chilling. You're like, oh, so you swim that way, then you go, oh, more that way, and you're like zigzagging throughout the bay trying to get forward. And when you stop, you realise you've probably done the length of a swimming pool 7 times, but you've just went side to side and through and back on yourself in circles like spaghetti. It's been crazy. So anyway, we're down at the harbour today, down at the booth. Jilly, what's happening with you, me lovely?
Oh, payments, deep sea fishing. My laptop's fried.
Standard.
Don't know what's happening with that. It was working fine, and then it's just had a brain fart. Now it's not working. But yeah. So
yeah, I'm gonna find out something to do today. Dog is chilling. He's relaxing, but that wind is going crazy. So yeah, anyway guys, we'll see what happens in today's vlog, and we'll catch you on the flip. Back in Newquay, Jilly's a little bit stoked as a major Hollywood celebrity decided to pop into the harbour and say what's on.
Yeah. Right. So Tom Cruise is staying in his super yacht just outside of Mevagissey, and this morning my skipper rang us and he was like, Jilly, Tom Cruise is in a tender in the harbour, and I'm like, yeah. And it actually was him, because I didn't know Tom Cruise was in his super yacht, but apparently he's doing a full tour of Cornwall. So he came in the harbour, my skipper waved at him, and Lee waved at him from Lee Ward, who's on the board, and Tom Cruise put his hood up, he was like, incognito, like MI5 style. So he came in the harbour, turned around on his tender and went out, and we were like, alright, he's gone. But then he came back in, met his driver on South Quay, gave him a bag, and then he pulled out, so I got it on video, and one of my friends got a super close-up picture of him, 100% Tom Cruise. And then all the kids who were like out on the little blade boats, the dad was like, because the kids just went running down the beach, got on the paddle boards, it jumped out, it was like piranhas, and the dad was like, funny that, isn't it, when we come down practice, there's no enthusiasm, but the minute Tom Cruise is in the harbour, they were like piranhas trying to get out to see him. It was so funny. So yeah, just a regular normal day on a Saturday, Tom Cruise just pops by on the harbour, drops Mig off, see you later Tom.
Back at the paddlefish booking office, I'm back from a swim, and Jilly's stoking about her new flip-flops.
How was your swim, babes?
It was good, man. It was choppy, like the wind's howling across shore at the moment, so like swimming out is just like you're swimming in, you've got like trying to put body weight about 2 foot above the water, try and get some air and back down again. So yeah, it was good, but I've done a full swim from the wharf to the island 4 times, so that was good. Just back in the van now and chilling.
In other news, Jilly got some new flops yesterday. So these are Gumbies. I don't know if anybody knows, but I'm a huge Gumby fan. These are Gumby flip-flops, and they are made from recycled tyres. Yeah, so they're my new flip-flops.
Do you recommend them?
I love them. I absolutely love Gumbies.
How many pairs of Gumbies do you think you've got now?
Probably got about 10 pairs because there was in the news in 2019 it was in the news that they were going to stop making Gumbies because they couldn't get the tyres that they used to make the soles, or there was something they couldn't get. So Steve told us and I panicked, so there's a shop in Bude and sells Gumbies and I bought about 10 pairs and then they kept on making them.
Still to come, tragedy strikes Newquay as the RNLI are called out in the midst of chaos. Back at the van and an old friend has come to visit. Now bear with me, you may think we're a bit nuts, but just bear with me, just watch this section. I want to introduce you to Steph. Steph? Hey? Steph? She's chasing off the gulls on my van. This is Steph. I don't know if you can see this, guys, but underneath her left foot she's got a really big boil. This will be, how many years on you Steph for now, Jilly?
2018.
Since 2018 we've new Steph. Saved numerous of our babies who've had fishing line trapped around their legs, trapped on hooks. This is her wall right now that we're on, okay? And she lives on the top of the rows. That's where her crew lives, like her family and stuff. And she had must be at least 3 or 4 babies back. She had one named Rainbow, but sadly he lost his leg. I seen him a little bit last season. I've not seen him at all this season. But Steph rules this sheep guard. As you can see, she's just keeping all the other birds away. And I've got loads of pictures. I'll see if I can find them, guys. I've got loads of pictures of over the years of me and Steph, and she just hangs out where I am and follows us about. And I can be sitting in the harbour down at the booth and she's like above us in the top corner. I could be literally on the boat tour guide and she'll land on the boat, and you can always tell it's her because of the boil under her foot.
People, let me tell you about my best friend. He's a warm-hearted person who loved me till the end. People, let me tell you about my best friend. He's a one-boy cuddly toy, my up, my down, my pride and joy. People, let me tell you about him. He's so much fun. Whether we're talking man to man or whether we're talking sun to sun, 'cause he's my best friend. Yeah, he's my best friend. La la, ba la 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 ya, ba la 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 ba, ba la 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 ya, ba la.
Steph. Hey darling. Hey gorgeous. Can I show him your foot? That's okay. Yeah, she's unsure with the camera, but she's got a really big boil. You can see just underneath her claw there, just on the edge there. And yeah, she's got this really big boil, but she's amazing. She always comes to me. I call her Steph because she's Stephanie Seagal. And she's a female, from what I've been told anyway. Last year she was gone and I was really worried about it. Actually, I'd really got upset a little bit because I couldn't find her. But if you look at the top of the van up there, who's that, Jilly?
Stephanie Seagal.
Stephanie Seagal.
Oh yeah, show Steph.
Steph, should we show Steph?
Yeah. It's got homage.
This is Steph the gull, the van gull. Steph, look. That's we named her after you. We did.
I mean, we're not crazy.
Isn't that cool?
Just love Steph Seagal.
Yeah. But that's Steph up there. She just chills. And that's the real Steph, who the gull's named after. Because she's a legit legend. I don't know how old she is or how long she's been around. She just befriended us one year when we were having a barbecue, and that's how she got a big boil or big burn under her foot. What? What's up? Are you after? Some of you heard her there. She's going ruff, 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 ruff. But Rainbow, sorry, when Screech was not last year, the year before that. Obviously we call her Screech because she screeched all the time. One day we were in the van.
Oh, it's Screech
2.0, yeah, Screech 2.0. 2.1 I think didn't make it, and 2.0 did. And one day in the van we heard this tap, 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 tap. What the hell was that tapping? And look, and there's the seagull tapping its beak on the front window, wanting food, wanting some attention. Yeah, man, they are legendary. I hope Steph has an epic life, and she's a wise bird. She's been around a long time. Hopefully she'll stay around a long time. Remember guys, the reason these seagulls are jacking your pasties and rubbing your food is because we've pillaged the fish stocks. We've taken away their natural food, so of course they've come and land Sadly though, these beautiful birds are becoming extinct, and I would hate to imagine a time when we will be at the seaside and not hear the sound of the gull. Just think about that, guys. Back in Newquay Harbour, it's one of them nights that you dread. We just heard the RNLI alarm siren sound, which means somebody's in trouble at sea. On this day, it would be 3 back-to-back emergencies that would end in tragedy.
Oh my god, RNLI has about to cars off. Move, car.
Lifeboats launching.
Move,
the assembly siren is about to sound, and crew will be arriving. Please clear the area.
So there's people on the slipways, eh?
Traffic is queuing on the bank as RNLI try and rush to the lifeboat house to try and save someone's life. The tourists have no idea and are not moving their vehicles. The guys are in an emergency situation trying to get down the bank.
Please clear the area.
The tourists seem to be totally oblivious that there's an emergency unfolding. Everyone's trying to get to the station as quick as possible as they organise the boat to get out to save people's lives. As we do, all of a sudden, Sharky comes flying down the hill, one of the crew and one of Aggie's sons.
All them people on the beach.
Even with all the alarms, sirens, horns, everything, tourists are still unaware as they launch the lifeboat out from the lifeboat house. It comes back, Aggie's behind the helm of the tractor, and tourists are still trying to move round, past the RNLI themselves.
Used to driving something that big, it's very, very wide trailer and very poor visibility, so we have to have several people around it to make sure we don't run over too many children on the way.
Yeah, I can imagine. You see them running around, you see like everyone trying to clear the path from the tourists and stuff like that.
Because it's big and it does tend to attract people.
Yeah.
But we haven't run over any yet.
Touch wood, touch wood. As Aggie brings out the boat, Kev all of a sudden notices a tourist trying to reverse behind the actual boat and manages to save his car from being crushed.
Aggie on it. What a legend. Aggie is a legend. He's not scared, is he? Go on.
It does have controls both sides, so the idea is that you're watching where you're going, whichever direction you're in, rather than head over the shoulder like you would reverse in the car. It handles very well. The best sort of time to see it is when the tide's right out of the harbour and we're going through Serifon Town Beach.
Yeah.
The waves do come right over the top, which is purpose built for the lifeboat. I think the latest cost is 325,000.
Can I go on the beach slowly?
Aggie gets the all clear. That's time. He can start moving down the beach with a crew aboard the lifeboat. What's it like having to deal with, obviously the other day when they went out on the big launch, there must have been over 1,000 tourists on this beach on that.
We missed them all.
Yeah, missed every single one of them.
Yes.
You got straight through there.
Never run over anything yet.
No. I mean, do you think, do the tourists, do you think they take note when you are bipping the horn, or do you think they just still don't get that they've got to move?
I think we're on the latter.
Yeah. It's because I mean I was watching the footage and I'm thinking, wow, you're sounding the horn, the lights are going, we've got the sirens going from this place in, RNLI's arriving, but yeah, cars are still trying to pull around past you and stuff.
Well, some of the people do sort of think that it's quite annoying that we have to move them from the bottom of the slip so we can actually get through.
To save someone's life, it's crazy. That is crazy, man.
But there we are.
There'd be no other kind of tractor driver you'd ever want. When your life is in jeopardy at sea, you want Aggie behind the wheel of that thing. He's going to get that boat launched quickly, and that means you've got more chance of surviving. On this day, the RNLI had 3 back-to-back call-outs, one after each other. The boat went to the first one, but during the second one they got word that a paddleboarder was in trouble and they had to go towards Crantock, Hollyjoke, to see what was going on. Sadly on that day, a much experienced waterman, a much loved local man, sadly passed away while out paddleboarding with his family. Our thoughts and our prayers goes out to all them involved and the family. Guys, thanks for watching this week's episode of Two Surfers in a Van. Sorry to leave you all on such a somber note, but guys, I want to say thank you to all of the new subscribers, all of the comments and everything. Guys, you're absolutely amazing. This is a re-upload because we had to do a re-edit. So if you are new here, guys, you know what to do. Subscribe, turn on the notification bells, like us, of course, leave a comment down below. And yeah, we're definitely going to see you on the next one, hopefully, guys. So stay salty, stay safe in the sea, and stay epic.